Simon, it's lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Congratulations on Mission Impossible Fallout. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to tell people why they should go and see the film. What's different? What's new this time?
I kind of feel like it seems to have been the case with every one of these films is that we've kind of turned it up a notch each time. Someone has just turned this one up to like 11 because I feel like, what are we going to do next now? You've kind of blown us for the next 3 films. It's just a really, really... I saw it last night for the first time, and I had some trouble sleeping just because my adrenaline levels were so up. And I feel like for all the kind of stunts are real mantra and all this sort of stuff, that really is the key to it, is that you're watching something which is practical and happening. You know, it's not an invented world created in a computer, which so much of the kind of blockbuster films of today are, and beautifully so. You know, they're very spectacular and incredibly entertaining. But there is a degree of involvement emotionally that you get when you know these things are actually taking place. And when, you know, there's that shot of Tom standing on top of that building in London and the helicopter pulls away, it's real, you know, and gravity is real in this movie, and the stunts are real. And for the audience, there's a subliminal sense of jeopardy involved in knowing that he's doing that. Not just Ethan Hunt, but that's Tom Cruise doing that. And it genuinely adds to the thrill of it, I think.
I heard some of your adrenaline during the film last night, the whoops and the hollers and the clapping as well, because I was sitting up near you guys. But there was a brilliant part where someone says, "That's right, prick." I'll not say who it is, but you let out a massive kind of...
Yeah.
But there's some brilliant lines, and as you say, the brilliant action as well. Is there something about seeing it with... Do you still... Because obviously you've been working in film for so many years. And there's something about the wonder of kind of going back and just being in a cinema full of packed people, and the lights go down, and you're like, let's do this.
Yeah, and that's one of the key elements of cinema I think people sometimes even overlook, and they think that seeing cinema is about seeing something on a large screen. That's not what it is. The large screen is there to accommodate all the people. And seeing a film with a group of people, when you don't know each other, in an era when we're becoming more and more self-oriented, you know, in terms of how we consume entertainment, the community of cinema is vital, and I love sitting down to watch a movie with people. It's amazing when you're in the movie. We made that movie 144 days, and it was very, you know, I mean, you can't imagine it as it finally will be with score and with, you know, finished effects and what have you. So when you sit down and you watch it and you're in it, it's nuts. So I kept grabbing Henry Cavill's bicep and going, "Woo!"
That's huge. Both hands on that one.
Yeah,
both hands. Yes.
Because I hadn't seen Walker, his character, as a whole, you know, and loving seeing him be so much more kind of multifaceted. You know, when he's Superman, he has to play it very straight, very internal. Walker is such a kind of interesting character. It was great, and he really smashes it in this movie. So, yeah, it was fun to watch it with a group of people.
Speaking of smashing it in this film, you do a face plant for the ages.
Yes.
At a certain part in this film, and I'm wondering, what is that like? Because, as you said, you know, gravity is real. It looked real in this scene.
Yes.
And I've always wondered about, like, your face smacked that ground.
Yeah. You know what it is, and it's a movie. It's a bit of movie magic, and I let you in on it. Is that the stunts will put down, like, say this floor here looks like carpet, but actually underneath it is some foam. You know, so it's like a kind of rubber concrete, so you can really hit it. But it looks so real that you just feel the impact of it, so yeah.
I was convinced anyway.
I think I did bang my head slightly, but anything with the movie.
I was going to say, was there a particular moment when you realised Tom Cruise was human? Out of all your Mission Impossible films?
Yeah, I mean, you see that every day, do you know what I mean? That's quite a weird thing about working with him, because everyone knows him as Tom Cruise, and he has that degree of mystique around him, which he just allows to fester and bubble, and, you know, he's very whatever about it. But you see him as a person, and you know, when you see him about to do stunts like the A400 in Rogue Nation, or multiple times on this film, you know, and you see him nervous, and you see him realizing what he's about to do, and you see that he's human. When he broke his ankle, you know, when he came back to set after that, and it was still not entirely healed, and he was running around in it, you could see that he was in pain, and you could see that he was worried, and that he knew he had a job of work ahead of him to complete the scenes when he had to use the ankle. Because on the day when he finished doing that, he was like a giddy schoolboy, you know, because he he had that weight off his shoulders and it lifted off him like a cloud, and suddenly he was all funny and bubbly again. So yeah, he is a human being, but he's content to allow the rest of the people to think he's not. And I think that's kind of interesting, you know?
What should we do with people who use their phones in the cinema? Very quickly, just...
What should we do with them?
Yeah.
Just clip them around the ear, as my dad used to say.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Your dad's dead, right?
No, he's alive.
Simon, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, man.
What the hell is he doing?
I find it best not to look.